If you are someone that has been intentionally manifesting a huge change in your life and you have done all the work, but all of a sudden, everything in your life fell apart. The relationship is gone, the job is gone, the friendship is no longer here, and you have been placed in this liminal zone where the old is gone, the new is not here yet, and you are just like in this in-between place. And I know that it can be the most frustrating, exhausting, and bothersome place to be at. It is so easy to mistake this phase as punishment from the universe. It's so easy and tempting to look at where we were before this liminal place and compare where we are right now in this void where nothing is happening, where we feel super stagnant, where everything is slow, where we are doing the work, we are doing what we can, but nothing seems to work. Nothing seems to shift, nothing seems to change. And it's so tempting to compare it to where you've been before and see where you've been as better. Because in the void, you still haven't gotten the new manifestation. You still have not received the materialization of what you have been calling for. But please know that it's not punishment. Please know that it's not denial. Please know that the universe is not neglecting you. You have not been rejected or denied your desires. But in this void, in this liminal space, our lack of understanding of it is what creates this frustration. At the same time, when you are impatient, when you have this resistance to reality, it can make this place really unbearable and it can make it really dark and it can slow you down. It can prolong that. And trust me, I have been there many times. But when you start to understand the purpose of this void that you are in, you start to actually work with it from within it rather than against it and against yourself, because that's only going to slow things down for you. So the reason why you are in this void is that more often than not, our reality needs to reorganize around our new energetic shifts. And since we are in this physical realm, this usually does not happen instantaneously, especially when it comes to fundamental shifts in your reality. For example, you are shifting your entire state of being, you're shifting your identity. We're not talking about behavioral shifts or habitual shifts here. We're talking about you shifting into an entirely new person. When you're stepping into more of who you are and you're shedding so much of that programming that you have picked up on from the past, reality needs to reorganize around that. And that is the purpose of the void. That is the purpose of the liminal space. One of the most important things that you need to know when you are in this void period is that because you are no longer the old and you are not yet the new, right? And so a lot of the times your inner intelligence, your inner system's intelligence will refuse to act or fund energy in old structures. For example, if you are moving from an old identity of being such a high achieving hustler where you are constantly burning yourself out, pursuing accomplishments and achievements, and your new identity is that of effortless flow, ease, abundance, that hustler identity is going to go. Okay, and so when that structure is gone and then you hasn't yet stabilized in your field, your system is going to refuse you taking action from that old structure. And here is the trick. It is so important for you to know this, because a lot of the times, I know you might hear this a lot online, that you're going to feel stuck because you feel like you cannot really take action even though you want to. And what everyone else on the internet in the spiritual community is going to tell you is that you are self-sabotaging, but that is not self-sabotage, and I will die on that hill. Not everything is self-sabotage, okay? It's your system's inner intelligence refusing to allow you to take action from an old structure, from an old identity. Because if you do that, it's just going to confirm it. It's going to confirm it again. And it knows that that new identity is no longer serving you. It can no longer hold it. So it cannot fund energy to the old structure. Okay, please know you are not self-sabotaging. And what the system does in this case is that you feel like you are just suspended in this pause where you want to take action, but you feel like you don't want to take action from the old ways of being, but you don't know how to take action from the new way of being. And please know that this is nothing to fix. It's your inner system recalibrating to the new. And when the recalibration is done, when that integration is done, movement will flow effortlessly. And here is another part to this as well. You see, a lot of the times we may look at this void as delay. It will most probably feel like you have been delayed. I will guarantee you, if you're watching this, you're in the void. I'm pretty sure you have been feeling like, what the heck is happening? Why is everything delayed for me? Why am I in this long, slow, stagnant, dragged out process in my life when all I want is to get everything that I have asked for? I know that it can feel like delay, and I can tell you that one of the reasons why delay may appear in this phase is because your inner, I know you might not want to hear this, but your inner architecture, your inner self is actually resisting the change. Let me explain. So when it comes to identity shifts, when it comes to these fundamental energetic shifts within that require your active embodiment, they require you to not have a mindset or conceptual shift here. They require you to step into a new version of yourself and embody that version of yourself. And that embodiment, a lot of the times, it can feel really uncomfortable, because the easy work is the mental work. The easy work is the mindset work. It's so easy to change your mindset on something or your perspective on something, but to actually change your identity around that, where you actually start to behave and make decisions and take actions from that new identity, from that new energetic standpoint, that makes it uncomfortable, because you need to step into the unknown, and the unknown is what our subconscious hate, because it's not really working against you, it's just trying to protect you. And anything that is not familiar, anything that is unknown, is going to be perceived as unsafe to both your nervous system and your subconscious, which, by the way, are interlinked. And so this is one of the reasons why you most probably will feel like it's delayed. Let me reframe delay for you, because when you receive this new perspective, your entire energy is going to change in this period. And that is the purpose of this video, because I don't want you to feel disempowered in this void. I don't want you to feel an everlasting stagnation. I don't want you to feel like you have been denied what you have been calling into your life, because let me tell you, it's meant for you. And the fact that you are in the void is the exact evidence that what you are calling in is coming into your life, because you wouldn't be in this void without you actually having made inner fundamental shifts in yourself and in your identity and in your energy. Because if you're just repeating the same old thing, there won't be a void that is going to show up to reorganize around that change that you have made. Okay? So what you have been calling in is coming into your life. What is required of you is to know how to navigate this void period that you are in. Okay, and I want you to reframe delay in your mind, and now think of it as something that is happening because what you are calling in is that much expensive. And I'm going to explain why. Because listen, identity does not land in the mind. Identity lands in the body. And what you have in your body is your nervous system. Your nervous system is what dictates your capacity. What type of energetic field can you hold? The type of frequency, the expansiveness of the frequency that you can hold. For example, if you are calling in to become a millionaire, that is a different energetic field than someone who's calling in making 10K months. That is a different frequency. It is a different energetic field that requires a different capacity in your nervous system. And so when you are calling in such an expansive field in your life, your nervous system needs to calibrate. And the way that happens is in the void. You are in a gestation period. You are in the womb. You are gestating. And so it is the time required for your nervous system to recalibrate to the new and shed the old programming, because that is also energy that needs to be released to make space to hold the new energy. And you see, that's why the void is really for you. It's not something that is happening against you. It's not something that is happening to you. It's only your perspective on it that is making you experience it as such. Your perspective, you perceiving it as something that is the opposite of what you have asked for, even though it looks like that on the external. Most often it does look like that. That is the purpose of contrast. But it is at the same time a way for your nervous system to make space to hold a new energetic field. Your nervous system is recalibrating, because that new identity, when it locks in, and the universe wants you to step into unconditional embodiment. It does not want you to just phase in and out of the new identity or the new energy or the new thing that you're calling in. It wants you to hold it sustainably. And in order for that to happen, it needs to be able to stabilize in your energetic field. And in order for that to happen, the void is needed for your nervous system to calibrate, to make space, to hold the capacity needed for that new thing that you're calling into your life. When the new manifestation comes into your life, it's not going to feel foreign to you. It's going to feel normal. And that is the point. A lot of people think that when you are going to manifest this big new thing that you are desiring, you're going to feel ecstatic. You're going to feel fireworks in your life, or your emotions going to be spiked high up. But that's not the case. It's going to feel normal. And that's how you know that the new field is stabilized in your system, and that's how you know it's going to last. I hope this video helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.